Hello and welcome to ThomasGeigerCar. Today with the first insight into the Kia EV3. We all know the EV6 that got the electric story of Kia started. And we know the luxury SUV van conversion of the EV9 that was just recently awarded Electric World Car of the Year from a jury that I'm part of and proud of that. And now Kia is stepping down 3 segments into the most competitive segments of the market, the B segment, with this rugged and cool looking crossover SUV called EV3. If you want to know all the details about that vehicle before it hits the road towards the end of the year, join me in my first walk around and I'll tell you all about it. Ever since Kia hired Peter Schreier, the famous Volkswagen and Audi designer, the Koreans became a designer's brand. And even if Mr. Schreier stepped up so far that he doesn't do any actual daily business anymore, the ethos of design as the driver of product is still visible. There is no other EV company emphasizing so much on design like Kia does, and the EV3 is a perfect example. They found their own new design language, and they found a design language that makes this car sticking out of a huge crowd. So we have a very impressive, very proud and very bold face. And most of all, if you look towards the side, we have lots of rectangular angles, lots of straight lines, lots of upright feeling. The car is really boxy, really strong and really powerful. But it is pretty small. It's only 4.30 meters in length. That's roughly a meter shorter than the EV9, and the wheelbase is instead pretty big with almost 2.70 meters. We have a pretty decent trunk and we have lots of room in the interior. Here at the back you see the door handle is hidden, making the car looking even sleeker and slimmer, and the door handle in the front is as usually flush. Why don't you join me and we'll take a look at the interior next. The interior of the EV3 looks pretty familiar on the first glimpse. If you look a bit deeper, it's totally new and different. Yes, we still have that huge screen that almost reaches over to the passenger with all the things you need, but less buttons than before, lots of modernization, lots of cool features. And for the first time ever, we have an AI assistant, a kind of a digital companion that gets to know you better and better every mile and every kilometer you drive. Learning your behaviors, learning your routines, learning your likes and learning your dislikes, and proposing all the information that you might need and give you all the comfort that you might enjoy. A pretty smart idea that's usually something that's coming from the luxury class. Here we're talking about B-segment car. Another feature that you didn't expect in a B-segment car is a full color head-up display, which is nicely hidden in the dashboard, and you have all the gadgets that you know from the Koreans: steering wheel heating, ventilated seats and all that stuff. And you got a few clever storage and packaging solutions that are new to Kia. For example, this thing here where you have your arm rested, you can pull out that drawer so you can put your laptop on it, or you can even have lunch during your break. And once you need the space to cuddle with your co-driver, you can just put it back into the slider. There's lots of storing capacity in the doors, in the center control, in the glove box. It is a very versatile car, not only in the luxury class as we know it from EV9. No, Kia has transported and translated a lot of these smart ideas down into the B segment. Yes, it's all about packaging, all about clever features, but at the end it is a car and it needs to drive. So we have to talk a bit about technology. And that is also a pretty strong point of the EV3, because it is based on a skateboard architecture, the global EMP platform. Not a conversion like the electric Niro. No, it's a dedicated EV with an architecture capable of 800 volts, capable of bi-directional charging. So yes, you have vehicle to load and you can charge your e-bike, you can power your electric barbecue, you can light up the party at the lake, and you can drive pretty far. The battery has more than 80 kilowatt hours, giving you a range of more than 500 kilometers. At the moment, Kia is estimating a 560 WLTP range. They're not talking about drivetrains right now. The only thing is there will be a one-motor version with front-wheel drive and a all-wheel drive version with 2 motors. So getting up to more than 400, maybe even 500 PS in the sporty version. But that's all to be defined, and that's all to be tested when we finally can drive the vehicle. So if you want to know a bit more, stay tuned. You'll hear it first on this channel. Thanks for joining me on that walk around with the Kia EV3, a car that is amongst the most interesting ones in this year, because it not only shows that Kia has managed to scale down all its capabilities from the luxury EV9 into the compact class. No, it also shows that it's possible to build a challenging, interesting, compact electric crossover in a segment where we have so many cars, and in a segment that's gaining more importance because people are realizing the change towards electric mobility is an expensive one, and they're looking for affordable vehicles. And affordableness, that is one of the main targets. People are talking about 30,000 euros as their limit. And the closer Kia can get to this price, the more success this vehicle will have. And that's not the end of the line. They're already working on an EV2, a little smaller, a little shorter, a little smaller battery, and an even cheaper price. Talks are it's a 2 at the first figure, so we're talking about an EV to come way below 30,000 euros. All the details coming up next. Stay tuned. Thank you, Shishye, Saitian, and goodbye.